Hey, there we go. Push day, push day.
Push day, mush day.
It is.
That's not super productive today.
Who did any of what we did yesterday? My legs hurt. My quads hurt. It's just march in place. I'm not even adding the band. I don't think I would want to. Climbing stairs is unpleasant. Going downstairs is worse.
It's good stuff though.
Yeah. And these. Ooh.
Body's gonna be hurting.
So here's the plan. Nothing too complicated today. Some push-ups and some, what is it called? Band pressing, okay? We're gonna be using one another as body weight. Alice, she can do push-ups without added load. She can get a good 10. I want her to only be getting like a good 5. Here, just go like this, toe, heel, up and down. I don't know if my feet are in frame. Lift the toes, lift the heels. Lift the toes, lift the heels. It's just that little rocking motion. I want her to do like a max lift kind of weight with push-ups. So I'm gonna push on her back. And we've done that before where we do negatives, but here she's gonna also do the concentric. She's gonna do the way up. And I'm gonna be applying enough pressure where she can hopefully do like 5 half range. I may or may not just use the kettlebell instead. We'll see. We'll see how it's going.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Figure out what's what.
Yeah.
All right. Roll them shoulders. And then eventually find yourself one of your little mini bands.
Thank you.
These guys. Just the loop. Just the little mini loop. All right. Get this round. Take 2 knees. Oh. Okay. Elbows are in. Wrists are slightly out. Push up and back. Alice, let's see a profile. Let's get you sideways. Now notice when she goes up and back, she doesn't overarch her back. Her torso stays at the same angle. Notice that she has very good shoulder flexion. I can't get that far back. I can only get to overhead. For anybody who has a hard time getting overhead, just be cautious with overhead pressing and pull downs and pull-ups and stuff, because you can't easily get there. Like if that's where your shoulder really wants to be, maybe you're just like kind of potentially irritating stuff by being forced there, like if you're doing a chin-up or something. So if you're familiar with landmine, if you have a barbell at home, you put the barbell in the corner of the room and you press the other end up like that. That's a great variation. 2 more of these. 1 more. 1 quick one of these guys, the accordion thing. Elbows in. God, right away. Right away, this gets me.
It's me too. My shoulders are tight. Shoulders are feeling stuff.
Nice glasses, nerd.
Nice hair. Nice glasses to you.
Not really, they're crooked, but that's not their fault. That's my foot's fault.
We hope your new ones will come soon.
One of these days. All right, bear crawling. Oh, my quads are gonna hate it. Oh, they do. They do. So nothing too complicated. Nice protracted shoulders. You don't want to be slumped. See now I'm slumped. You want to be kind of high like that, but your knees are still low to the ground. So you don't want your butt way up in the air. You want to get low. I'm wearing my toe spacers again, everyone. And the reason that just popped into my head is because I'm gonna have to fix them after this because they just rolled off a little bit.
So for you guys who might have a little trouble with the coordination, just remember it's similar to how you walk. So when your left foot goes forward, your right hand goes forward. When your right foot goes forward, your left hand goes forward. Same going back. So you just kind of the opposite things work together, just like when you watch an animal crawl. They don't move both of their hands forward unless they're pouncing. And we aren't pouncing, we're just crawling.
That's it. Try that. Good note. Good note. Here you go.
This is something else that I like to do. I like to add the little extra just to kind of get into other spaces. So I keep the basic form of like the quadruped, but then I get to like do some weird stuff. Like when you watch a cat move. Big panther. What you got, man? Ooh, sliders.
Optional. Low plank to downward dog on the forearms, okay? I like to do this on sliders. My feet are gonna be on here. Alice, you can either wait for me to finish with them, or just go without them. But I'll show you option one, if you have sliders, is that. If you don't got sliders, you could use the hardwood floor, or just do that. Just rock up and down. There's slightly different motions. But for our purposes, they're both getting some of the same stuff done for this intro. I'm gonna do 4 more. Want those? They're over there. I'll do a few without the slider now. So the difference being, this is more shoulder flexion as I drive my chest toward my feet, whereas the slider is coming in and out. That's a little bit more of just an ab and hip flexor exercise. I can do a few more of these guys with the knees down. So I regressed it just a little bit. There. And we got one more awful slider thing to happen after this. And again, if you have hardwood and socks, that can work. Although this next one, it might be a little rough on the forearms, because we're gonna crawl with our feet on sliders. I'll show you. And if you would rather not do that, you can just walk, just take little baby steps with your feet. It's pretty tough. Balls of my feet are on the sliders. I get into plank, and now an army man crawl. Yeah. And you're trying to balance the tray of martinis on your back.
Or a nice full glass of water.
Or a nice tall glass of water if you can get her home. Your turn. That's exhausting. Look at her go. So Alice went with the hand over hand position. Now she's changed to the neutral. I don't care what you do. You do whatever you want.
It's funny, the hand over hand makes my back move a little more. I think to like get it over.
Yeah.
So to keep it straight, I decided if I like dig in with my forearms and pull forward.
Now listen, I'm not opposed to the back moving a little if it's to get the arm forward, if it's to do that thing. Same with these guys. If you like go for a little more range, it's okay to move a little. We just don't want it to become super sloppy. But you cut yourself, slice, we'll slice. That's probably from the band yesterday.
Probably.
I'm gonna do one more of these. Oh.
It's gonna same time. So great.
When you're ready.
No, same time. It's a race.
It's a race. All right, ready?
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'd so win this race.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god. She didn't know I was gonna suddenly speed up like that.
How many? Woo!
If I don't tell you what's going on, it's much easier to win. Oh. Alright.
Woof. All right, you won. You bested me.
If that was a legit race, you would leave me in the dust.
No.
We'll do that again next.
Also, what was interesting, if you are watching on camera, I bet you see Sean and R's bodies going into normal inconsistencies. Mine, I really felt kind of going into a banana towards the right. It's like my left wouldn't activate, my right was overactivating.
So we're gonna do these kick throughs. Alice is gonna add a little to hers. Give room.
No, I can go in the other room to do.
Let me see. You do. No, I'll be over here. You do those there.
You do yours there. Do yours right in the front.
Let me just to remind folks how this goes. You're on hands and knees. You lift your knees 1 inch. You pivot your right foot, kick through, come back to center. Pivot your left, heel is down. You kick through, and you just keep going around like that. I'm gonna do that in here. Alice is gonna do hers, but she's gonna add a flourish.
That is so silly. Kick through. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, kick through.
Nice, nice.
Ooh. Kick through. Kick through.
Very good.
So I'm just working to get my hips over my shoulders. Find the hang time and then kick through. Press the hand down. Whoa. And not go full on up into a handstand. Even though. Kick through. Kick through 2 more. Kick through. Kick through.
I always underestimate these. Even without all that stuff. I get so out of breath from them. All right, push-up time.
It's a dance.
Dance.
Push-up time.
So nothing fancy. Set number 1 is a regular push-up. Your goal is to go really heavy. So for later, the first set, easy. Pick a warm-up, either an incline or a regular push-up if you plan to make those harder. You might be, to make it heavier, you might be throwing a band around yourself, which would go a little something like this. See, that will now be a heavier push-up once I'm on the ground. Or if you have a willing participant, they can sit on you or push on you or just berate you, anything to push you down. All right, warm-up set. Here I go, just 10.
Any reason I shouldn't start now too?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm gonna do a wall angel. I'm just feeling a little tight. Anyone wants to join me, feel free. This is a wall angel. This isn't the best angle for you to see it, but I'm gonna do a single arm. I've got my right shoulder and elbow on the wall. I slide them up till the elbow is straight, and I slide them as far in as I can. I'm just feeling a little tight in both shoulders. I feel like since the other day when we did our 50 push-ups.
True.
I'm still possibly mildly sore from it.
Could be the case. I think there's a lot of stuff we've been doing that uses our arms, even like when doing our legs and stuff. So it's just what it is.
One of these days we're going to do loaded bear curls where you have to pull, you have to walk across the floor pulling the band. One of these days.
One of these days. All right, what else you want?
Now you're going to give me a little bit of pressure. This is like warm-up set number 2 or work set number 1, but still on the lighter side.
Okay.
So she's just going to, why don't you just stand behind me, wide-legged, hands on my mid to upper back.
Great. Make sure you're in frame. Fantastic.
I appear to be.
Just gonna step over him.
Yeah.
Twisting right into his shoulders. It's like a carnival ride for me. Get to hang out. Press on the bones of his shoulder blades. Good job, man.
One more.
Really feel him working.
All right.
He's not faking it.
I'll have what he's having. You ready for prep? Do you want to work set number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to push on her. I will go with the kettlebell. So I want her to only do half reps.
It's right over here. Oh,
She's going to go halfway to the ground and then back up 5 times. If this turns out to be too easy, I'm going to push on the bell the next set. That was right there.
can it be a little higher up on my shoulder blades?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to steady in the bell. That's great. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Just 2 more. 4. This was a good set. Nice. Okay. So that was Cinco. You might have had 1 or 2 in the tank like that.
Mm-hmm.
So option 1 is you will go this much deeper next time. Option 2 is I'll push a little harder. You pick.
All right.
I'll let you mull it over between now and then. Speaking of mulling it over, oh, my head's cut off on YouTube, but not Insta, because Insta is a vertical frame. We saw The Favorite yesterday. Yeah, a year late. It's good. It's weirder than I expected. It's that guy, that weird guy, that Greek guy who made The Lobster. So it was weird. She totally deserved that Oscar.
She's great.
Coleman,
Olivia Colman.
she's great. Okay, so however you want to, what is the hardest one
For you or for me?
for me? I think it's where you sit up by my,
Totally when I'm
Indian
kneeling
style, up
on
on
you.
my back.
Yeah.
Kneeling.
When I'm kneeling on you. That is the most weight right on your arms and shoulders.
And I think I've gotten 5 of those.
I think so. Or 3.
Yeah, I think it might be only 3.
So you want to go with the hardest?
Yeah!
All right. So he's going to get into position.
I want it. Starting like this.
Great. This is you getting into position. Great. Okay, so my knees are just on the shoulder blades, and I'm going to
Comfy
steady
cozy?
myself. Yeah. Comfy cozy. I mean. Really good.
One more.
Good job,
All right,
though.
I gotta write
Really
this down
good.
so I remember.
Really good. I'll remember this time.
You will?
1.5.
1.5.
That was really good. That control down.
Yeah,
All right.
that's hard,
Do you
man.
want me to do the other one?
No, I'm gonna treat that as a nice max effort.
No, it's max effort. Good job. You haven't had any max efforts in these
Not really.
workouts.
That's
in
correct.
Many months.
Well, they've been max, but in the higher rep range.
Yeah.
I haven't squatted or deadlifted a 1, 2, 3 rep set in months. And to be honest, I was fading out of doing those anyway.
Mhm.
That pillow too heavy? Okay, so which one do you want? Do you want same number of reps with more weight, or do you want a few more reps with the same weight?
More weight.
Okay, so I'm gonna push slightly. Are you ready?
Mhm.
I'll wait till you're in plank. Okay, I'm now pushing a little bit.
A little bit sure does make a difference.
Good, 2 more.
Oh my gosh.
Great, I was pushing. Solid. gonna do an ab thing in between.
Great.
Because for heavy, you want to take break. Let's do Turkish get-ups. Not an ab thing, sorry. Turkish get-up. I was originally thinking of something else. Who's familiar with TGUs, Turkish get-ups? I'm going to talk you through them first. Pretend this is your weight. This is just a little carabiner. But I like to have something just for the awareness. Now, there are different styles. I'm going to show you what I think is kind of the simplest and just easiest to sort of remember. Right knee is bent, right arm is vertical. The right arm stays vertical 100% of the set. You never let your arm go forward, back, side, across. So I'm gonna sit up and reach this for the ceiling, but it is gonna be, but I'm rolling around my arm. That's really what a TGU is. It's moving the kettlebell to the ceiling and you move around your arm while you do it. So my arm is vertical, my left leg is down. First thing you do is you just roll, okay? Roll, and then you're starting to sit up. See that? I'm not great at these, by the way. I should probably have Alice demo. But anyway, that's the first part. Then you go all the way up onto this elbow and you scooch the hand in. So I roll, and now I've got my hand under me, okay? 1, 2, 3. Roll, elbow is in, hand scooches like that. One more time. I'm down, straight up toward the ceiling. Boom, that hand pops in. Now from here, my left leg is gonna kick underneath me. So there's a straight line from my right hand to my left knee, give or take. It's a little in front, but you get the idea. They're both vertical. So I'm gonna show you that again. This is like doing those kick throughs. I've scooched that hand in. Okay, that was step 2. Here's going to step 3 again. I put all my weight in my right leg as I just bring my left knee under me. From there, I just go vertical like so. See that? So from my hand, I'm making like this T shape with my torso and my arms, and then I go vertical. And now from here, it's just standing up. Okay, reverse lunge, to the knee, T shape, kick through, elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Roll, scooch that hand in, to the knee, that T shape. Straighten up, stand up. And then again, reverse lunge, to the knee, to the hand, T shape, kick through, and elbow, shoulder, shoulder.
Good job.
Make sense?
So makes sense. Really good job, bud.
Thank you. So that Alice is going to do one with the little carabiner.
Great.
Follow along with Alice. I'm not going to say a peep. I'm just going to watch you do this.
Okay. You did them very well, and I don't think you should have said that you don't do them well because you did them.
I'll wait till I add some weight
All right.
so they don't play to my abdominal strengths.
Shoulder.
Very nice. Elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Repeat. Go back down. I'm going to stop here. Go back down. You went a little forward as you came up. Try to get this arm straight to the sky. It'll dip a little. That was much better.
Mm-hmm. Just keep
Just
that.
the under, straighten, and then you stand. Good. Make it very distinct steps right now. Some people, they don't care about that. They just say, no, just stand up. Stop worrying about how clear the steps are. Don't pause. In the beginning especially, I like to say pause. So knee, she's in that T shape, then she goes vertical, and then she curls the back toe under and stands up, and now just go down. Okay, we'll repeat this on the left in a minute. That was enough rest. Now it's push-up time. That's kind of when I like to program Turkish get-ups and things like that. Sometimes we do them as a warm-up, but sometimes I'll have clients do them in between other exercises where you just want a nice long break, and they don't really compete with the exercise you're doing. You're not going to be super out of breath unless you're really going for high weight and high reps. Okay,
I'm going to do planks on you.
planks on me. Planks on me. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Where are you going to be? Which one?
My hands are going to be on you. So it's the second hardest. I actually don't think my feet need to be on you. I think I could just really shift all my weight
All
forward.
right, here we go.
Uh-huh. Do you want more weight or is that good?
This will do, but maybe push it a little harder.
Press.
Is it?
Good job.
Oh, interesting. Your turn.
Actually, I think I think more of my weight is on you when I do that. Definitely more of my weight's in my hands when I do that too.
Could be right.
All right. Yeah.
Pushing or reps? Which one?
Let's still do push.
Okay, you got it.
It's a girl after my own heart.
Here we go. And there's 5.
Oh, was that awesome? I was going to do one more.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't counting. Tip
Yes.
for women, especially doing push-ups,
Yes.
I find is we often want to set our eyes right between our hands, and if we actually set them at least about a foot in front, it allows our necks to be aligned. So here, and especially because push-ups tend to be hard, and we get a little more like this because we want to be closer to the floor. But like if I think that and I look pretty far out, then my spine stays aligned.
I would say yes, unless they turn it into too much of that.
And you're just looking.
If it's just that little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you're just
By all
looking
means.
to keep your spine in line. And that's why I tend to see females drop their head low
Yeah.
much more than men.
Kettlebell, left arm.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, so you're holding this, whatever you chose, whatever object you have, remote control, hamster, whatever, vertical arm. My right arm is down, my left leg is bent, my right leg is down. Okay, roll, and back down. Roll. Now, why am I working these rolls? Because eventually, that's a big part of the exercise. When you have weight up here, it's a really good ab exercise doing this aspect. And then remember those hollow body rocks we do? These things, there's a little bit of that in coming down. You're caving in. See that? I pull my ribs down. Okay, so now I'm gonna prop up. So I roll, scooch the hand in, and I'm gonna go back down. Roll, scooch the hand in. It's important to get these steps in your muscle memory so that when you're adding weight, it's more natural, more automatic. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the kick through, and now I'm in that T shape. Straighten out, boom, boom, reverse lunge. Kick through, make sure you leave enough room here. So the mistake people sometimes make is they don't have enough space. You wanna easily be able to go from here to here, okay? Back to the bottom, just one more rep. So, roll, hand in, knee under, T shape. Straighten out, stand up, reverse lunge, to the knee, to the hand, kick through, elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Madame, mademoiselle.
Good job, bud.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Just lie. I guess.
1, 2. Now, if you have a dumbbell, so that on the next set, you can actually progress in weight, great. If you don't, it's okay. Just doing these even without much weight is a good idea. However, an added challenge is to try to balance something on a fist, and that reminds you to keep a flat hand. So even though there's no real added weight, it can be some work to try to steady something. Which are my indoor shoes? I forgot.
Hi.
These guys.
That's all you, kid.
One of these I kept clean for walking on my treadmill desk. I always thought these. I hate these. Yeah, these are clean ones. So you would try to stand up. These are very light, and it's going to be extra hard. But do you see how my hand is? So this is going to be impossible because this thing is so light and bumpy. but I'm gonna try to do a Turkish get-up with my fist under the shoe. Ugh. So without any added weight, this is exceptionally challenging. And it teaches you, thank you, Alice, and it teaches you to keep a very vertical arm. I didn't think I'd be able to do it.
Really good job.
Thanks,
That was
friend.
awesome.
Thank you. I'll have you do it with the cheating. Okay. Push-ups again.
Great.
What did we decide? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, ready? Last heavy set of push-ups for me. Here we go.
Good job.
One more.
Good job.
All right.
Your turn, Booby. Mhm.
Nothing like the BBC theme song. BBC America.
It's catchy. One, a little deeper. Yup, two. 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to add more weight, really. 5. Do 2 more. Okay, good set. Sorry,
It's okay.
I brain
It was good.
farted.
It was good. You said also I wasn't going as lift. But then I got it. So good job.
All right.
Turkish with weight.
Turkish with weight. So again, this will be it for these. 1 set per arm. I'm gonna use my kettlebell. Again, if you've got a dumbbell lying around, great. Alice, why don't you grab the gallon of water that's sitting in there? That'll be for you. That make sense?
Yeah.
8 pounds, I think.
Curious what to do with the kettlebell.
Alexa, how heavy is a gallon of water? She even listening.
Alexa, how heavy is a gallon of water?
All right, so the hardest way to do this is bottoms up, like that. I'm gonna do it.
1 gallon of water weighs about 8 pounds.
Yeah, 8 pounds, there we go. Okay.
Answer your question.
Yes, good job, my dear.
Yeah. Yes. Alexa off.
I know I shouldn't have Alexa, but I do. Okay, from here. Ready? Now you see why you really want to know you got the things in your body, the steps in your muscle memory. 5 reps. Oh, close to the dresser.
You can back way up, man.
I could.
We have a video from years ago of Sean doing this, holding a 9-year-old nephew
That's right.
and a little ball.
Against his will. Ugh. I think this is 4.
I think you're right.
This is harder than I remember. I think my attention span, last time I did these, I just didn't do as many. I was like, I know how it ends. I don't need to watch the whole thing.
Good job.
All right, you got your gallon?
I do.
Do it with the gallon. Trust me, I'll do it with nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do.
I admire your enthusiasm. Another time. We'll see how easy you get 5.
All right, I'll respect that. You're right. That's heavier than I always remember.
Yeah. Because it's black, it's slimming. If you're thirsty, you can always stop mid-rep and have a drink.
Yeah.
Here she goes. Good.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Beautiful.
We go.
Lock that elbow. Very good. This is 5?
One.
Yeah. Hooray! Since I've got your undivided attention, I'll show you how we also get into position. The bell is on my left, because I'm going to be doing a Turkish get-up with my left arm. All right. I roll, and I hug it in. It's in the rack position. Now, I just press it up. So that, as opposed to, I'll show you the wrong way. Just trying to lift from here, that's a funky thing to do to your shoulder. So I roll over to it, then just bring it with me as I roll back. Now I press it. Okay, here I go. Watch the fan pulls.
Good job. Beautiful.
40% done, buddy.
Use your abs. Step by step. Roll. And core. Breath out.
What's this for?
Uh-huh. You got the last one. Good. Let's start with stronger on this one than 3 and 4. Good job. Good job. Good set.
Thanks, friend.
Look, I'm still wearing my toe spacers. Sorry to show you my feet. Weird.
I guess I'll start like he did.
Yeah,
So,
set a good example.
go over here. I grab it. Left leg's bent. Left arm up in the air. Fingers where they can be. And yes.
Good at these.
Also, only lifting 8 pounds. It's like a dance for me. I'm not gonna lie. I do like these. I even think about like dance noises in my head and my counts.
I heard you doing like almost a waltz earlier. Like
Yeah, it's all this thing. I don't know if that was 5, so I gotta do one more. Because then that was definitely 5. I think that was 5.
I blame myself.
All right.
All right. So, use your door anchor or a willing participant to hold the band for you. Connect as many as you want, because we want a nice constant load. We don't want it to be too progressive. So I've got the big fat one, then the second biggest, Then the third biggest. And finally, I'm gonna add black one, which is the second lightest. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my flies with the black one, and then I'm gonna drop it and do my presses with the, what the heck was that magic trick I just pulled on myself?
Then you're dropping and do your presses with the purple.
Yes, exactly that. So, Alice is gonna get in the blue one and just go away. Big. Since I got it, that's far enough. And now you can just have a seat if you want, because you're gonna be being pulled. Since I've got it, I'm gonna put this handle on. Okay, watch the art if you have any on your walls. All right, that is a nice even tension. This pec fly that I'm doing. And I'm just gonna do a bunch. And once I hit the wall, I'm going to switch to presses. Now you can just use the handle that you got, but I want it to be a little heavier. So I'm gonna switch to the purple one that's over there. I got two more. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so got my hand on the purple one only. I'm just holding this in this hand so it doesn't go anywhere. One more. Oh, holy cow. I think you can do this.
Good job.
I think you can do that. Wait.
All right, I'll do it, but I'm just moving the camera.
Yeah, once it starts doing that, it's a pain.
This is one of those things I'm like, really?
Whatever you can muster. You're doing great. Rotate just a little bit leftward. Like away from me. Rotate your body.
Oh.
Just a little. Yeah. You're doing well. Just max reps. This is one exercise where I always slightly underestimate. No offense. Keep going. I always think you'll be able to do a little more weight. Most of them I always think you can do less weight. Yeah, now go to the presses. Good call.
Now here I can do more weight, I'm not gonna lie. But
So walk up a little bit. Even if you're a little out of frame, that's okay. It's a very dynamic angle.
those pec flies.
You got long arms, man. Good. All right. Flies for me. After this, we're just doing one set of these, and then after this, one round of tricep stuff. Then we're done. 44 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Yeah, here we go. Pec flies
You
first.
need to back up?
No, I'm gonna go a little over. That's where you were last time, right? I think so. Yeah.
No, I'm actually a little further back now, and you're a little further forward. You're a little.
If you're in New York City, I would say duck and cover because it's about to rain. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
You could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Do you know in the original draft, the bad guys win, and he's like carried off triumphantly, and that's the end of the movie? They shot it and everything,
Sorry, I feel like-
and it didn't test well. Audiences wanted their heroes to win. That would have been so funny if they'd stuck with it. One more.
Here, Charlie.
I'm thirsty.
Huh.
What did you do with that gallon of water? Did you drink it already?
Yes.
Good. All right. Yeah, get them presses in now.
Oh.
Truth be told, really heavy band presses, it's often much nicer if you can just hold on to something. We did not set up that way today, but sometimes when we use the bathroom door as our door anchor, we have the wall of the next room to hold.
Yeah, it's an extra challenge for balance in your core.
Good. All right.
Okay.
Triceps.
Yep, what can I get you for this?
We're just gonna do them right here. Kneeling push-ups in that diamond shape. Remember those guys? Now, if you want to do them up on your hands, go for it. But I like a really high rep set of these. Try to bend your elbows a lot.
Yeah, give him an angle for that.
So I'm
I'll
in
tilt
this,
you down.
in this slight diamond shape
They can't see nothing. Do it again. Diamond shape.
of my hands. Give or take. And we're just doing as many as we can, like really go to failure. And then a pause of 10 seconds, and then another set to failure. I have to like readjust my hands occasionally because just the pressure on the outer part of the palm heights. I have one more in me. Oh! Taking 10 seconds. And 4, and 3, and 2, and a few more reps.
Good job.
That should be a little more tricep-y. All right, 49, 44. I feel like that's a good length. Goodbye, everyone. Tomorrow, we're on?
Yeah. Full day.
Theoretically, tomorrow we're on. And then we are off Tuesday. All right, au revoir. Bye, YouTube.